anticipating this clash and filling up this stadium quickly. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Florida International Panthers, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Liberty Flames. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. FIU will kick it off to get things underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Panthers' offense is on the field for the first time today. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese. And it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over the field, and you can really highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for safeties to cover and too fast for linebackers to cover. This is a weapon they've got to take advantage of.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? Let's call that one again.
The give to the left side. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Give to the single back. Hard running there. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
He's got it. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Feeling some heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Looking to throw, it's Brewer. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side. Watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Here comes the offense on first down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. The Flames are in the hurry up. They'll go right back to the run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it. Open.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Let's see what they've got on second down. They go to the ground. And they swarm him under. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. At the 40, there he goes. Open runway ahead. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Liberty.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Florida International.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Second down after that incompletion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackle's doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Give to Brown. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's third and long from the 45. Makes his connection. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
And they are showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
FIU set up with another first down. He's looking to throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. He can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Panthers! Lining up to add another. Right down the middle. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the returner will be dragged down. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Back to throw, it's Salter. Quick strike complete. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. And the Flames want to crank the tempo.
Yeah, I don't know defensively if you want to keep giving this guy that much cushion because when he gets the ball in space, he's able to shake all these defenders and turns a 5-yard completion into a first down.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
He's back to throw on second down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback...
He's going to let it go. And that pass is intercepted. Trying to take it back. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Trying to find his man on first down. A strike downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll rely on running behind the big left tackle here. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that one play.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And they finally ride him down at the 1-yard line.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
The give to the back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida International. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Florida International, 14, Liberty, 7.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Flames want to pick up the tempo.
Brings up second down.
Dropping back, it's Salter. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Flames are moving quickly down the field.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Snagged in the middle. It's Lee. Powers through. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now facing a third and long. Looking to pass. It's Salter. Moving away from pressure. Running with power. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Facing fourth down.
They're not into threes. They want sixes. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on fourth down. Try to get it on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
Open space at the 25. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground. He now has 110 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Now you got to think they'll really go on the attack. Big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 48. Right back to the well. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
On second down, wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. And it's picked off. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball in his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Gets it out fast. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Flames want to move quickly.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. To the air, it's Salter. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. And the Flames decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. On the return, it's McNeil. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Florida International offense is back on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful. I
agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Tempo and overdrive. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The Panthers will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads it left. And that ball is picked off. Bringing it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with this decision.
Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points beforehand.
Yeah, 2 biggest things are you got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those 2 things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
Complete to the right. Oh, look out! He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Wants to throw. It's Salter. Pocket starts to collapse. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Touchdown, Flames! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Just enough time for 1 final play in this half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going to take a shot at this DB. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense.
He's looking deep. Makes the catch on the left. Boy, he almost finished his half with a bang, and are they lucky to get him stopped. They're eager to head to that dressing room right now. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like you've had a very enjoyable day so far there today in Lynchburg. On the money, an offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if this ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those defenses will actually show some pride. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at the Bill Arthur L. Williams Stadium.
FIU has it on a tee, about ready to go here in the third quarter. He'll bring it out. It's Lee. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get to the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better.
And the pass is intercepted. Didn't find much room on the return, but now they are in business and poised to strike from the 25. First down for this offense. To the ground with the back. Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. Motion from the offense. With the run on first and goal. Touchdown, Panthers. And that one will give them the lead.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lee. He's loose. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Liberty. And once he got loose, it was all over.
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with your man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts. And you could tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page. Gets the big touchdown.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And
he's running in the open. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Dropping back, it's Brewer. He rifles one deep down the middle. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
On second down, looking to throw. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Here comes the option. Strong running there. Going to pick up 7 yards on the play, but they still have a 4th and 3. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Quarterback will audible. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Finds the tight end. On the move is the 30. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A 4th down conversion will do that.
yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big 4th down conversion here in the 3rd quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. They're getting this guy lathered up. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, FIU. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
International, 28, Liberty, 21.
And he'll bring it back. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollack.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
2nd down coming up. Back to pass, it's Salter. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
The quarterback had exactly what he wanted there. He had his big fella work in the middle of the field. You thought that was going to be an easy pitch and catch? Not so much. It's a mental error by the tight end. They got to clean that up.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Got it in the middle, it's Lee. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Flames will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Wide open downfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
The
listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Panthers! On to attempt the try.
In the end zone.
And it's no good. He missed the extra point.
Number 17.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And I think everybody holds their breath when that QB is back to throw and he's right near the goal line. You never know if it's truly a safety, but he just gets out of the end zone and avoids the safety.
Caught in the backfield. It's Lee. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be fourth down. And the Flames will send out the punt unit.
On to kick it away.
Slips through the line. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Florida International offense is back on the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
No gain on first down after the incompletion. Now, 2nd and 10 from the 40. The receiver on the jet sweep. Turns it on in midfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I love when you run this play because it forces the defense to react. Do you want to spin a safety down? Somebody better keep contained. Very hard to defend the jet sweep. It's a very good play, especially when you got somebody.
The expressway is wide open. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. A first down run on the doorstep. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida International. And now they'll try to get the two-point conversion, guys. Worked on the touchdown. Might as well do the same thing on the two-point conversion. He gets all 8 points on that trip. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
21.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Looking to throw, it's Salter. Floats it out in space.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that third down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free, but the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
Makes a move. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Boy, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Panthers. And the pummeling has started. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. When he brought it out of the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. One final play before the end of the quarter. Pulls it, fired complete. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. That's the end of the quarter, and FIU is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. Now on second down. Scanning the field, it's Salter. Going deep, and it's picked off for the third time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Panthers will hustle to the line.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try to pick up the first. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
I love the aggressive nature on offense here. You're winning this game. A lot of coaches would choose to punt on that 4th down and just go play defense and try to ice this thing, but not them. They're going to try to leave their offense out there. That's the 3rd, 4th down they've been able to convert.
The Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the right side. Tackle is made after a pickup of 6 down to the 19-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Going to the ground. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Will they keep it on the ground again here on 3rd down? They'll try to power their way ahead. He was running through tackles and picked up the 1st down and finally got knocked down. FIU set up with another 1st down. Might as well give it to him again. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here's the handoff. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. 8th play of the drive coming up. Running to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Offense gets set for 2nd down. To the air. It's Carlson. Flushed out of the pocket. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, FIU. And the stomping has commenced.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Liberty, 21.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 20.
1st and 10.
Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
You know, and that's a route this offense practices all week long. You really have to have great timing when you're throwing these out routes. There's nothing a defender can do on that one. Perfectly thrown, well caught. Nice job getting his feet in bounds.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Let's go! Looking to move it through the air. Going downfield for the big play. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Flames. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
The give as they work on that clock. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. FIU pushing tempo. They'll run for it on 4th down. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. They have had a ton of success on 4th down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now that's what, 4 for 4 on 4th down. If it's going to continue to have this much success, I'm going to continue to go for it. So this offense has got it rolling.
FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Carlson. Fires to the big fella. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends, just so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. FIU mounting a threat in the red zone. They'll run it. It's Brown. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
They'll try to make up for that last one on 2nd and 15. Keep it on the ground. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. FIU trying to pick up the first. It's 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. Got enough space. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
With the catch, it's Mobley. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Got the quick pass. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock.
Florida International.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
To the air, it's Salter. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Here's a throw downfield late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College.